What threatens the narcissist or the empath? Narcissists are consistently threatened. Okay, I'm going to start off my video with that. Empaths are not. They should, I think empaths need to be a little bit more aware of threats, nevertheless, because it's an extremely amazing, fantastic gift to have in one's life. Empath comes from the word to empathy. And empaths will find any which way to be extremely helpful, good natured, and they have it within them to never try to make you feel bad because it's not within they have such a sense of, oh, what have I done? How can they feel it? Because they feel other people when they're affecting other people, and they feel other people's effect at the same time. Okay. That's what makes empaths so special. What they don't give way to is something to really be concerned about, is that they need to have a higher awareness of the threats that can break down their easy going attitudes. Narcissists in general are highly threatened. Look, these people are basically bucking for a position that they're consistently falling down from it, and they still keep climbing up to it. They're so threatened that their little world is going to fall apart, and they're going to lose, and they're going to basically have it taken from them by someone, or in other words, I mean, they're threatened that it's going to be taken from them. They're threatened that their apparent security that they claim to have is their power. That's their claim. Their security is their power. And the security of their power is basically securing you, securing anybody around them. When they secure you, they're able to put you in their nice little cabinet on display. In so many ways, people have been shown us in movies are really claiming souls. The Bible even gets into this, says about Mystery Babylon. It named a whole long list of all these precious and beautiful things that goes on within it. And then the end of it, it says, and the bodies and souls of men, meaning mankind, right? The narcissists are highly threatened when once they've claimed you and put their claim on you, because you're like a piece of gold or whatever. And by the way, they don't go after garbage, okay? They go after people of high quality. You see, I should say the majority, all the time, 100% of the time, these party poopers, joy kills, don't have good stuff residing inside of them. That's why they're so easily threatened. They are easily threatened by God, and they're easily threatened by those who carry the goodness of God. And why it goes down to this? Because somewhere in long view down the pipe, they know they're going to be judged for what they're doing. And let me make this clear, for what they're doing, because they are knowingly doing it. I've heard enough psychoanalyst nonsense about their this and their that is because of this and because of that. Man, look, all I know, when I'm having an interaction with a narcissist, the last thing I want to thinking about is psychoanalyzing you. I just want to get away from you, see you as a monster, and know, hey, I've experienced enough to know they're dangerous and disgusting human beings. That's their choice. The ugliness that lives inside of them finds its way out from the face so many times. They call it dropping the masks. And flattery, it says in the Bible when the king of the narcissist will come on the earth, which is called the Antichrist, it says he will corrupt them through flattery. And that's how we will start the process of capturing the attention and the love of the nations all over the world. Then in the end, face will turn to fierceness. And then he said, we'll cause them great and small, great and small and great and small, and yeah, I can't remember all of it. But he'll make to force everyone to receive a mark on their forehead. This is claim. This is ownership, right? They won't be able to buy or sell. He doesn't make it tough, right? This is what narcissists do. Narcissists make sure that you get the picture that you are on their claim and that you begin to start losing. And I guarantee you this, the threat of a narcissist, okay, is that you have the power to escape their ugly, wicked grasp. Okay, I've had a few in my life, and I have one I grew up with, full-blooded, head-on, complete narcissist, jealous, envious, basically turning things around that everyone's out to get him when he's the one that's basically being one of the biggest offenders of what he claims he's innocent of. He's shown throughout his life that every time he showed up, he always brought bad news. He was basically a bringer of bad news. His very environment from which oozed from him was nothing but demonic activity and weirdness. I mean, I've even had when I had him over, my lights were flickering. Really weird shit was going on. I even had one animal. Now I can't really go into it if whether it was true or not, but it seemed to be too synonymous in a close time frame. He was there. The animal died in the most horrific way, and I started to wonder: do evil spirits walk with these people? And I would say unequivocally yes. Wherever they go, they've even shown the residuals of people leave, residual of whatever is on them in an environment before it finally wears off. And the threat of the narcissist is that they have to pull you into the familiar zone with them. That's what's called the cave. Now, in the spiritual world, you don't see that because, like I said, we're really trained to see only as far as we can see. And we don't really sometimes believe in the intuition that we have or the sense of something is just not right about this person, right? In the practices of what they do in their life, they are very good at cursing other people. They are not going to bring any wishes that are well for you, guaranteed. Okay. And if they claim to do, don't believe, they're just a liar. They're just a liar. Because when times are really tough in your life, these are the people that will never be found when you need them the most. And when they were going through what they're going through, you were the ones who were there to deliver on time and deliver the goods. See, that's a big difference between the narcissist and the empath. The empath has the goods, right? They can always deliver. They deliver and they deliver on time. They basically, you can always guarantee one thing: they're highly dependable, and they can bring it. They bring the stuff. They have the real thing. Narcissists don't. They're big mouth. They're full on balloon filled with air. Their clown outfit is all a dance and a dog and pony show and a dance, and a singing a song to get you entertained into their lair, into their trap. They're highly threatened when you start to see through them. They're highly threatened when you begin to show them what you can do. And that's what they will do in return. To understand the threat that they are experiencing. Some people call it, I won't go as far as there, but it can get close to narcissistic injury, is that when you do you, which comes so naturally, they will find a way to undermine, downplay, or not even acknowledge. And that's how you know you're dealing with a narcissist who is highly threatened, period. They are in general highly threatened people because they guard their fort with such vehemence, with such intensity that it's with tight clutches. See, where's people, where, like, getting back to the area of having animals, where when an empath has an animal, an empath uh, cares for the animal, it's a caregiver. When a narcissist has an animal, an empath is clutches that animal with the ownership mentality. And their terms that they use are terms like, I'll make that animal do this. I'll I'll show that animal. I'll be the boss. I'll show that animal who's boss. And they even do this to their children too, right? Nobody, nobody in their right mind, given even right mentality, cares for a person who's easily threatened because they're highly volatile and they're uncomfortable to be with. That even when you talk to them in a conversation, in any given second, you're always aware that you're stepping on eggshells. At any minute, they're going to blow up because you just offended them at something you said. And you go, what? You're kind of like, how did we even get here? They're not normal people. They really aren't normal people. To even know them and to interact them, there is, like, you have to go and take an aspirin, or not an aspirin. You got to take a an injection of antidote against the venom that just entered you, depending upon the intensity of the interaction that came from the threat. Right? Look, anything that shows a narcissist, especially in their character, what they aren't, they immediately are threatened. They will take it out on, even in a public environment. Even if your very aura is bringing off something that irritates them. And by the way, they do have it. Okay, and don't fool yourself in this. They have demonic spirits. Okay, they have demonic spirits inside of them. Okay, and those spirits, as soon as you come into the environment, will react through the complexities of their personality, and they will think it's them. Okay? But those demons give them a lot of their sense of power. And that's what they're threatened by. They're threatened because the owners of their vessel are demons. And demons are highly threatened by the light. They're threatened by God. They're threatened by anyone who can claim and take back what is not rightfully theirs. What narcissists, I'll leave you with this, narcissists are highly threatened the most by. They're threatened by those who see them as being thieves and them who come to arrest them. Them who have legal authority from heaven to arrest them, to bind them, and to stop them from what they're doing. Because what they're really doing, they're going to keep on doing. Their existence is their doing. They are servants of the one who comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Have a good day, and don't be threatened by them. Instead, understand they are a threat, not to be taken lightly. Have a good day.